Hello. Today I am with Eric Rosa. He's a creator from Lisbon. He works for Leo Burnett. And he did quite an interesting project before Cannes. It was the Red Cross Hope Store. And I would like to talk to him a little bit about this piece of work and about what it did in Cannes. So, hi Eric. Good to see you. Eric, this is one of those exceptional pieces that leave traces everywhere. I think I've read in blogs long before I heard in the advertising community about it. And what is unusual about this thing, I think, is that social work, normally what agencies do, they try to do a print ad or a TV ad, then try to get some free media space, and bang, they are out there and want to get an award. You completely disrupted this idea, and you did something that needed much more effort. Tell me a little bit about how you came to that.
Usually, I think the Red Cross in Portugal, they do Christmas cards to get donations. But this time, we are just brainstorming, and we're trying to come up with a concept that would at least change the way people make donations, because we started to see that maybe because of the crisis, maybe because of the way the world is now, people are kind of are not inclined to embrace every charity there is. So we were trying. People are not that what's the word? That's it. We were not that inclined to help every charity there is. So we were thinking of ways to engage or to contact or to make it more, at least different, or in a way that people would make people think. And because it was Christmas time, we started to think, and we realized that during Christmas people usually are more compassionate, because that's when we think of others, that's when we think of friends, family. At the same time, Christmas, when maybe everybody, not everybody, but most of the people buy something. So we just put that together, buy and compassion. And, it was Christmas time, shopping season, and the idea of the store sort of came out of that idea, buy and compassion.
Yeah.
And because it was Christmas time.
I get it. Normally you would just ask the people to donate, but people do not want to donate, and then you have nothing tangible left. You want to have them to have something that they could take home and show as a gift, which is a wonderful, wonderful idea. The client must be quite surprised, which always happens when you come with a disruptive idea, not just any TV ad that asks for donations. Tell us a little bit about how the client reacted. Interesting approach.
Oh, it was the kind of idea that even we at the agency, we weren't sure that we would be able to make it real, because of what you said. It's not a tangible thing. It's in the beginning it was a little hard to explain that we were gonna sell something you cannot see or touch or hear, whatever, because even for us it was a little hard to make it presentable in a way that people understood the idea. But once the client understood that we were talking about hope, and this time I think hope is in demand in the world, and it was a very truthful idea. And for the Red Cross, I think hope has a lot to do with the Red Cross DNA. If you see anything done by the Red Cross, their work in Portugal or in the world, it's always about hope, giving people hope. And once they understood the idea, we had to put together the plan so that they could explain to everybody involved the idea of the project. And once they understood it, we were able to go for it.
Yeah, and what they got was not just a piece of advertising. What they got was more like a movement. They must have been quite surprised by the wave that the store then generated.
Yeah, well, even the agency, when we the store took us 2 months to build. It was in the center of the city in Lisbon. There was a mall. Every night from 6 in the morning, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., people would build the store, and we weren't sure what the reaction would be. But once we started sending out direct mail, talking to people, doing pieces on the news, the reaction was overwhelming because that day the mall, the floor where the store was located, the mall was packed. The client, the agency, everybody was like really overwhelmed by the reaction.
Wonderful. Pieces like that, if you think of Dave Droga and his TAP project, for example, what he then did is he opened it up and let other people join in. Is there something similar that you could think of for Hope?
I think we have plans to make it easier to implement it in the near future in other places. So let's say if the Red Cross this year wants to do it again, can do it in Lisbon and other places such as Porto or even Spain. What we are planning to do is to make it much easier to implement. Now that we have the know-how and we know how to build the store in a way that it's cheap at the same time, relevant, that it's a beautiful store to walk in. We want to replicate it in a way that people in every city can do it.
Wonderful. Very good. And leaves me only one last question, because my task a little bit is to bring the show home to the non-Anglophone people who cannot speak English so well. So I have to ask a question about nationalities. You work in Portugal, and I think you're Brazilian.
I'm Brazilian.
Yeah. So one of my Brazilian friends that works with me in the Berlin office, he told me maybe this is the recolonization of Portugal. They once came with ships to Brazil. Now we ride back on lions. What do you think about that?
I'm flattered by the comment, but Portugal is it's a beautiful country. It's an amazing country, and it's easier to work there because of the language. It's Portuguese, right? But the country itself, it's beautiful. The Portuguese people that I work with, they are very enthusiastic about any project that we do, not only the Red Cross. I know there's a lot of Brazilians there, but I'm not sure. I think there are Brazilians everywhere.
They are, and they're doing very good in Berlin as well. Erica, thank you very much, and I wish the whole project as many awards as possible. Thank you very much.